Hey there team, and welcome to episode 2 of this Nagarythe campaign of Avelorn. Last time we finished off just by grabbing the Phoenix Gate, so we are, probably should have ended the turn maybe before starting, but hey, I'll probably just be resting up there. I don't really want to do any global recruitment, and we'll probably just wait here for the turn. I'm going to trigger off the invocation of Assyrian. That was one thing I thought. I know it's a bit of money, but right now, until I grab myself a noble, I really don't have a great way to get influence. So just triggering that off gives me 2 influence per turn, and it's just a nice little start. I really want to, although I would really love to go back and get a bunch of dryads to replace some of my spearmen, I just can't. I don't want to waste time right now. I want to. Oh, what do you have to say to me? I'd love a non-aggression pact, defensive alliance. See, that's the issue. I do not want to do that because that possibly drags me into war against another high elf. So that's really unfortunate, but I'm going to have to decline that for the time being until we are more certain of how this is all going to play out. As I say, I would love it if everybody just made defensive alliances with everybody. That would make the Everqueen ecstatic, but that's not going to happen. We're going to have war between high elves.
Ulthuan once more belongs to the Asur.
That's lovely to see.
But beware.
Yeah.
Foreign interloper.
So that's very nice. I do want to kick out. I'm gonna be wiping out these cheeky gosh damn pirates here soon. I'm probably, I don't know, I'm debating whether to take the is it Galleon Graveyard? I think I was about to say Longship Graveyard, but definitely not. I'm probably going to take that for myself, I think. Right now, let's have you, how far can you get in a turn? You can maybe run up there. So if you just have a go and have a quick check, they've got 1 man there. It's only a level 2. They won't have much. I think I'm keen to just get stuck in right now. Even though my boys are pretty hurt, I just think going home, getting dryads is just going to lead to more death later on. So I think I'm going to go for it right away. And we've got the Phoenix Gate right there. They can't really sneak by us. So let's jump in there, get you back, I think. There's no point in having you really hinder replenishment, no. You can't go and attack them, so do that. And then I was having a look between recordings as to how I wanted to move on with this, and I didn't actually look at that. I think I definitely want to buff up her spells first before I start buffing up the infantry. I will be going into Bowmaster, of course, but Faz Protection is probably where I'm going to go for right now. Just to really make that a bit stronger. Yeah, we'll probably go for that. Excited to get her on an eagle at some point, but that's still a little ways away. And I think that is all I have to do this turn. Oh, no, good. Let's get you upgraded. And yeah, no, that'll be 2 turns. So we need to wait until that's fully upgraded before we build, before we deconstruct the other one. You can build another province there. Well, another thing there. Let's get timber. Yes, yeah, we'll go for that. Yeah, no, that's gonna be annoying because like I really need building slots. Like that's something that's gonna be a big issue in this campaign, just the lack of building slots. And as much as I want to put into it, because of course later on in a normal campaign you would have tremendous amounts of provinces, but I'm really always gonna have very little. To be honest, it makes narrative sense to not be sneaky about this and to just say like, yeah, dude, you're getting shagged in a minute. So I'll just declare war on him. Makes his enemies like me a little bit more, which is good. But no, I'm not a sneaky Everqueen. Most certainly not. If somebody's gonna die, then I've got to be very clear about it. I don't love that Trace is hanging about like as they're doing, but yeah, okay, do what you gotta do. What do you want now? I can't do a defensive alliance with you because you're at war with Lothern. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, no, Sorry, buddy. Sucks, but it's just the way it's got to be. I really don't want to have... Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, well, it was only one guy, but it was a hero, you know? So it's I'll probably just be able to auto-battle this. I'll see how it goes. I definitely don't want to lose these men, because I won't be able to recruit people too quickly. Ah, good. That research is done, so... Eaglefall bolt throwers. I do like bolt throwers, but that's not really what the Everqueen is going to be having in her army, so let's focus kind of more on the spearmen and stuff first. Then, Toranlek. Oh, well, we'll probably just launch ourselves into it. We do have an upgrade for her, though, so let's see what she can do. I can stimulate growth, which is good. I want a lot of growth. We'll probably go for that, because as I say, she's very passive-minded. She's not, it's very much a case of we needed a handmaiden that could jump onto the battlefield, but, you know, she's probably not the best for it. I could attack straight away. Why can I attack straight away? Oh, the tree can count as... Do they? Are they... I think they're gate breakers? Siege attackers. They are. Fantastic. So I can just get stuck right in. So they will have a wall here. Bunch of dread spears. 3 dread spears. 3 dark shards. And 2 of the bleak swords. But I just think my overwhelming number of... Well, arrows that are going to be coming into them. And then also my just numbers of spears will overthrow this position. I don't really want to do it as an auto battle, so we'll have our first proper siege in a moment. Okay, cool. Let's jump into that. Deployment plan for this battle was pretty simple. I had my Illyrian Reavers vanguard deployed as close to the wall as I could, just wanting to slam them into the gatehouse and hold some focus over here, and hopefully, in time, get through. I had my Dryads over on this side as well, vanguard deploying, hoping to jump up here and drag something away. I was hoping they wouldn't send bleak swords though, which they did. Now my Dryad, a fully health unit of Dryads, would probably be able to sort that out, but not like this, not in this sort of situation. So what I decided to do instead was just to drag them to the side, hoping to get out of the range of this fort tower as quickly as I could, and possibly climb up over here. But still, that's one bleak sword not fighting with the main force. I've got my treekin here, a little bit slower to make the move to attack, but they are coming in now. And their hope is to smash down the gate. They do have siege attackers, so they can get that gate open quite quick. Then the bulk of my forces, leading the way are my spearmen. Popping down a phase protection on this unit, actually, just to try and keep it a little bit safer from all that fire that's coming in. I waited to see where they were attacking, and then I just pumped down the phase protection where it was, and I think I've even popped a heal on them. So, but I'm hoping to just charge up with the spears and get the archers in behind. My handmaiden taking up the left flank. Just to sort of see what she can do. I'm hoping to get some side shots right down this line of dread spears. Finally move into the range of the archers and start rattling shots down into the main line. These men do have shields, so that will keep them a bit safer, but with the amount of archers I have in this force, you know, you really need a pretty sturdy shield. Over there, my sisters are focusing on this position, but as I say, I was really wanting to try and target that, but I was having a bit of trouble with that. They just weren't really willing to do that. But let's see over here. My Dryads, I kept running from them, but they just kept following me, getting the towers to shoot me. So I decided, right, stuff it. Get them around here where the towers can't hit me. And they've got to run all the way down there before they've actually reached me. So I start climbing on up. Dryads climbing ladders looks a bit strange, but they're coming on up all the same. How's that gate coming on down? It's already on 15%, and they've not been rattling at it for too long. So I just couldn't really get the target I wanted, so I moved my Sisters of Avelorn up even further. Actually, I think this is them having a bit of trouble getting the shot. I had to move my handmaiden too, so that was, I don't know what was going on with that. I just couldn't really target them there. But the amount of archer fire I've got is just shattering them on the walls right now. And just the overwhelming numbers of spears climbing on up is chasing them on down. So I felt pretty good about that. And as I say, healing, just buffing my boys. My spearmen aren't very good, but as I say, just keep pumping out the buffs as much as I can. And it just allows them to crush some of these dread spears. It's quite nice little... Yeah, as I say, high elf settlements are just great. They look really nice. Fantastic. Busted open that gate right there. Don't know why I'm marching away. Oh, that's them just settling out. But no, I was luckily able to grab them as quickly as I could. My plan was here. The Dryads were continuing to get pursued by the Bleak Swords, so I actually wanted to have this fight down here. I felt in an elongated engagement, the Bleak Swords would actually win against my Dryads, but if my Dryads are down here fighting them, and then the tree can come on over, that's an easy win. And as well as that, I've got my Illyrian Reavers bashing down this gate. It's going to take them a while to get through, but they're coming. More Dread Spears coming in to support this unit. This was actually a big goof on my part. I grabbed all of my spearmen, I tried to line them up out front, hoping that I could have an engagement out in this area, and then I could get all of my archers up on the walls to fire down onto them. But what ended up happening was I got my spearmen down, and they've actually reinforced that position with some more spears, so now they've got their spearmen fighting against my archers. Luckily though, I've still got this handmaiden there, so I'm happy enough, and there's a few of my ragtag spears. Oh, she was just skating there. Yeah, she was sort of holding that pose, she was just skating along the wall. Oh, good little shot there. Alright, really close range fire. But no, fair enough. Really sort of suffering no negatives for firing into melee, obviously. Or firing while in melee, she must be in guard mode. But we are catching some of these men. They're actually skating around us. So I felt like, okay, if you don't want to engage me and you just sort of want to stay here uselessly, that's on you. So I decided to grab my men and move them toward the main front. As I wasn't really getting an engagement on the walls, well, in this area as I was wanting, and some of the spearmen that are staying back are winning decisively, along with getting some Phas protection and such, and along with the handmaiden there assisting them. Exhausted handmaiden, damn. She's been running around a bit already, but most of my men are already exhausted. Gosh dang. Yeah, didn't realize they got tired so fast, but hey, climbing up definitely tires you out. So we are going to be advancing on down with everybody, just trying to take the center. That's all I'm really wanting to do here. As I say, it's my aim generally when it comes to these battle strategies is trying to limit casualties. Even if that does mean that I'm not really killing as many of the enemy. Of course, you know, maybe if there's some lore reasons, I might start to get really driven to just wipe people out. But for the time being, you know, these may be fallen elves or dark elves, but I don't want to kill them if I don't have to. If I can just take the province and have them run away or, you know, be butchered nice and in a, you know, organized manner, then I will. Trying to just charge in and out. I've got these Illyrian Reavers. I love the Illyrian Reavers, but when it comes to longer engagements like this, they can even sort of lose to things like Bleak Swords. So I'm wanting to come in for a few charges in and out. I'm really, as much as I like the Illyrian Reavers, as quick as they are and everything, I'm looking to replace them when I can with another sort of cavalry. The Illyrian Reaver Archer, though, that's something that I might keep for quite some time. Over here, Treekin, as I say, the Dread Spears really do struggle because of the heavy armor of the Treekin. Even though those spears are getting an anti-large bonus, they're just not able to really mix it up too well with them. You've got to be sort of a halberd unit if you're wanting to be taking them out. Surrounding the general from all sides. He may be a unit of Bleak Swords. He may be able to beat some spearmen, and he may be active. But when I've got this many spearmen surrounding him, it's not looking too good. I've even got another one coming in to block up that one final side. I've got archers coming up as well. They've just triggered their... I really should find out what that ability is called. I keep just calling it sort of pain is pleasure type thing. But just dark elf shenanigans getting kicked off there. Losing a bit of micro on my guys on the wall, just really wanting to focus on what is currently in combat and sort of maximize their effectiveness. Turn the Dryads around to deal with the Dread Spears. Good little charge there. They were countercharged, of course, and knocked down a few of my guys, but oh dear, you're not getting back up, are you? That's a shame. But pop it down a heal. Everqueen's advanced forward, got my handmaiden firing into them too, along with a unit of archers. So that is going to be a victory for me in just a moment. I think it actually is. I just sort of gave a few seconds to mop some people up and ended it. So, no, that was a nice little battle. So that was pretty good. Yeah, sort of went a little better than it could have, I would say. Just kind of tried to get over them as quickly as possible. Too bad about the Dryads over the side. But I didn't really want them to get caught up against the Bleak Swords. So, all in all, went quite well. Definitely occupying that. So, nice. So that is my, as I say, my main plan is to just grab Nagarythe and Avelorn. And those two will be my main two provinces. Apart from that, I do intend to have a few little offshoot holdings here and there, like probably, as I say, the Galleon's graveyard. I might end up just holding the Galleon's graveyard, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it, really. Somebody says a province, a settlement can be upgraded. Oh, the Phoenix Gate. I'd love to. Yeah, I can afford to do that. I want to get the Phoenix Gate. Make sure that the Phoenix Gate is level 5 before, you know, chaos starts to rear its ugly head. And I don't think that would be too much of an issue. So we'll settle here for a turn for sure. And then it's always just the issue of, do we go up to the Shrine of Khaine or down to Dordarnell? They are not at war with Trace, and they're not at war with Tiranoc. Is it Tiranoc, right? Yeah, Tiranoc. So I can go to either right now because they're just not coming at us, which is nice. And that is another port, which is pretty helpful. There's nobody that we've discovered that we can trade with. As I say, I'm going to be checking my trade very frequently. Just, I do like trade an awful lot. Trying to make sure I pop a quick save as often as I can. Just in case anything crazy occurs and I forget to save a battle. It does seem to do like an auto save of your previous battle replay, or like just as standard, so I don't think it's as much of an issue as I thought it might have been. Military access, yeah, I'm perfectly happy with military access. That frees me up to run around a lot easier. Trace, what do you want? Defensive line? No, great, cool. Well, you've been walking all around my territory anyway, so you know, I just gave him 100 for it. I shouldn't have. Oh well, yeah. Still, I'm the Ever Queen. Just gotta be nice to my little boys. What do you want? You're not at war with anybody. That's very nice. Non-aggression pact? Yes, yes, please, ma'am. I'm very happy with that. He's landed in the Shrine of Khaine. What is this guy's name, I wonder? Who are we going to be hunting down today?
Your prestige grows,
great.
my lord.
Cool.
News of your conquest spreads far
That's good to
and
see.
wide.
Negative growth, that's
Your
unfortunate. Yeah, right,
developing
okay.
power
Yeah,
is
so,
noted by
you know, we
even
always
the
get
most
this, and there's, of
distant
course,
of
a
kings
triangular
and
symbol on
bestial
nearby
lords.
walls, and it's like, you know, so that's Skaven, so that's, but that can't be, I can't have a Skaven Undercity there right now, surely not. I don't know, I don't know if it's just a random event or not, so we'll delete that rally field, which is really good, and as crazy as it might be, I kind of want to upgrade one of these two places first. Preferably probably here, Evershale, because I'd like to get another Handmaiden kicked out, or I'd like to be able to get the ability to make Handmaidens, and I don't want to put that into Gianvale. I'm probably going to be butchering that pronunciation, I'm afraid, but it's just the way it's got to be. How far can we get in here? We can get... What the heck? How? Why? Oh, of course we got to go around there. I actually think it might be faster to come in by sea. And, like, land. Land on that beach. I think that's most likely the case. How does this... no, we're fine for a while. Okay, if we make it very clear that that's where we're off to go attack, then that is for the best. And we might even get replenishment, which would be really nice. Oh, no, we're going to be landing, of course. No, we can't. We can't sail and land in one turn, of course. Maybe we can attack him. Aha! Okay, if we say we'll attack him, then we can. Great! Oh, nice! This is just a nice opportunity to wipe out that army that they've got defending there outside. Nice. What sort of battlefield are we in for? Because that's... The Witch Elves, they can dodge, which is a pain in the ass, but... They've got a lot of arrows to dodge. Blackheart Corsairs, we've been fighting a lot of Blackheart Corsairs. And apart from that, they've got a heap of Dark Shards. The Dark Riders, I'm not really worried about. Light Cavalry, I just never think the AI can use Light Cavalry too well. Probably going to get butchered today for that, but no, we should be all right. And nice. Yeah, let's jump into that. Elnation may have tried to rout from me, but we've managed to catch up to him. He is going to be alone fighting up against two of my Vanguard deploying units. My Illyrian Reavers are going to try and come in for a few charges, and my Dryads will try and mince them. Right now, neither of them are confident in their chances, but I was feeling pretty good that I was able to deal with this. Now, my hope is that the bulk of their reinforcements, the bulk of their army, which is, as I say, reinforcements, are going to be coming in here. I didn't really want to deploy and mix it up in this forest. I could have deployed right where they were coming in, and maybe that would have been a better idea, but I just didn't really like the idea of fighting away in that forest. Not when I relied so much on my ranged power. So I was wanting to set up here, and I was hoping they would come at me. We'll come in for a few charges here. Managed to knock him around a bit. He's not really able to respond with any damage to my guys, so we may not really be hurting him very much. Let's have a look and see how much we are damaging him. Yeah, that was barely anything, but as he's not responded with any damage to us. This guy's staying in the combat with him, while the other guy's coming for another knockdown. So I wasn't really doing as much damage as I really hoped, but and I didn't realize he was anti-large. That's a bit dicey. If they stayed in combat for very long, he could really hurt them. He is a spear and whip infantryman at the end of the day. And he's got charged, interesting, of course, he's got charged defense against large foes. So that's really, this is quite a new unit for me. Came in with the last update, so I've not really been able to fight it too much. So jumped into the middle of my dryads. He'll be able to do some good work there, but we managed to get him totally surrounded, and he's only really got about 50 armor. So my dryads being weak against armor is not really going to worry as much about that. They come in with some dark riders with their repeater crossbows to try and hit my poor dryads in the back. So I try to chase them off with my Avelorn reavers, and I try to actually chase them right into the firing arc of all my advancing archers, because I see that the enemy dark elves are actually ignoring me entirely. They're ignoring me entirely, and they're coming around to try and support this lord. So I don't want that to happen. So I had to lurch forward to kind of make them know that I was a threat. But now that I've seen them and we're in close range, this Dark Rider force is being annihilated by my archers. It's the issue with light cavalry. Even if you've got shields, as these Dark Riders have, they're not going to last too long under fire. But still, they're kind of ignoring me, so I'm like, damn, I need to just grab some men, start moving on round. Avelorn Reavers crashing into these Dark Riders. Two different units of light cavalry, both just very fast. Shielded, or in my case unshielded, but you can see the stat difference there. My men are just slightly better armored, more leadership of course, and just slightly better overall, especially because of that experience bonus. But backed up by some Black Ark Corsairs, not really the fight I want to stay in, so I want to try and get out of there as quickly as I can. They've come flying forward with the Witch Elves, but they're concentrating the Witch Elves together up against these Spearmen, which just means I can concentrate my fire. Witch Elves may be able to dodge, but not against that much ammunition. The Death Hag is advancing forward. So, yeah, oh, look good. I did manage to target her with my Handmaiden, but I'm happy enough for these two hero units to just crash into each other for a bit. She's trying to get off a close range shot, but no, now that she's got her spear out, she'll be able to mix it up pretty nicely, giving her some assistance from the spearmen there. Chasing away these Dark Riders who did manage to get caught by my spearmen, while I have my Treekin advancing forward, chasing away the Dark Shards, along with another unit of spearmen. This is really an issue for me every time I've been fighting the Dark Elves. Just their Dark Shards are running away from me constantly and pulling my army apart. Some of these Witch Elves getting around the side here. Just getting oh sorry, these are Black Ark Corsairs. So yeah, even worse for them. They don't even have the dodge ability. So I charge into them with my Avelorn Reavers. But as you can see over here, my routing Dryads managed to get caught by some Dark Riders with their repeating crossbows that managed to come back from routing. So they have unloaded a lot of damage onto my poor Dryads. But I was happy enough with them just trying to get off the field. Now they actually came back there, which was, you know, so I gave them the order to retreat again. I just wanted them off the field. They're too far away for me to really support. And I was winning elsewhere. Over here, the Black Ark Corsairs. Yeah, just a few units Black Ark Corsairs, just trying to battle away with my spear infantry. Again, this would normally be quite a good victory for the Black Ark Corsairs, but it's just the firepower I've got, and also my my healing and my Phas protection that I'm just pumping out as much as I can onto my men. Chasing off some more Dark Shards there, but as you can see here, where did my Treekin go? My Treekin actually ended up routing back over here. Actually, oh, no, yeah, my Treekin ended up routing back over there just because of the amount of armor-piercing fire that those Dark Shards can put out. Treekin really rely on that armor-piercing, well, their heavy armor to keep them safe. Sisters of Avelorn standing by. But the High Beastmaster has advanced into the firing arc of all of these men, and we just eviscerate him. You saw his health just disappear from that very quickly. Is there some residual? Yeah, there was some residual dark energy hovering around there. That was kind of cool to see. But my Illyrian Reavers are coming over to try and save my Dryads. They're having a lot of trouble. Every time I give them the order to retreat, they just, because there's a few of them behind. Yeah, there's a few of them, sort of, you can see a few corpses here and there that were stuck behind these Dark Riders. They just sort of stopped routing and kept trying to turn around to come back in the fight. But no, my Illyrian Reavers are running on up after them now. Should have gotten them there sooner, I think. So you can see how quickly those tree can take damage. I'm trying to give them some earth blood to keep them healed up. Even with Phas protection to give them a little more health. It wouldn't really count for too much just because of the amount of armor piercing damage coming their way. And they are getting eviscerated. It's the lowest amount of Treekin I've ever really had in this campaign so far. Death Hag comes back. But she may be empowered right now though, and that is going to be keeping her pretty healthy. We're poisoned, taking a little bit of extra damage from that, but we'll hopefully be doing quite well up against her, just because of the numbers advantage that we have. The Illyrian Reavers are just chasing away those Dark Riders for the rest of this battle, while my poor Treekin are routed off again. Dryads just trying to come back, just trying to be safe for the rest of the battle. I'm not going to be using them again. Spearmen don't really rely too much on that armor. They rely on that nice shield that they have that keeps them safe from this fire. And we're responding with just an immense amount of arrow fire. So that's then broken. Now this was the defensive force of the Shrine of Khaine. So I'm wanting to just deal with these men because I'm attacking the Shrine of Khaine as soon as I can. So we need to just take these guys out as best we can. So this is one of the few times that I've actually kept the battle going on for a little while. We're not really going to be able to chase them down. My Illyrian Reavers are off at the other side of the battlefield. I take the opportunity to try and pump down a few heals on my men, but no, it doesn't really do too much. The Death Hag over here as well, we're trying to chase her off the field. Do a bit more damage to her, but Spearmen are not known for their immense amount of damage. Oh, yeah, the armor-piercing bolts on those Dark Shards really do hurt. But I managed to kill Elnishon was luckily wiped out. I didn't manage to catch the Death Hag. She managed to get off the field. The Cav is dealt with, of course. Not these guys. These guys were a bit of a pain in the ass. But everything else is pretty badly wounded. We lost a good few numbers of our guys. See, so we could do that, but no. Once again, this is just... The worshippers of Khaine right now are just a little bit too dangerous to be left alive. We are now here though, and oh, they'll be getting a little bit of replenishment in, won't they? That'll be a bit of a pain in the ass, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Ah, we've got a little level up, which is good. Let's just max that out for now, and see what we want to do for Josephilius. Could put her on a horse, which is quite nice. Gives her a little bit more movement, but let's probably bump her onto Valor of Ages, I'd say. Actually, no, let's... Anything that helps her with her shooting? No, there's not really. Let's just do Valor of Ages. And, I think that is dandy for now. Ooh, an upgrade here. I think we had a look at that already. Oh, we could. Yeah, I think we're definitely worth upgrading that timber mill. Actually, let's hold off and upgrade the harbour. When, what? Oh, of course, yes. Yeah, that'll be a good few turns. Let's just get this for now. But we will get that harbour upgraded at the earliest chance. I know, little man. So, don't know how well Basil's cries will be coming through, but he's hopefully going to be settled down. Yeah, he's jumped on the bed now, so I think he's preparing to settle himself down for a bit. But just because he's on the bed, and just because he's sleeping on the bed, that doesn't mean he'll stop yelling at me. You know, that just means that he's yelling at me from further away. So, let's see immediately how that's gone. Shrine of Khaine. Okay, good. They've not healed up too much. They got their cav back, but it's pretty badly beaten. They've got walls, unfortunately, on the Shrine of Khaine, which, once again, that'll be a pain in the ass to climb over, but especially because they've got death hags inside, which they'll be able to mop through my spearmen quite nicely. But I should be alright. Just move forward, shoot the hell out of them, and I get it sorted out.
To battle.
No, let's just get this done. Death Hag Delzus, having fallen back to the Shrine of Khaine after her last defeat, does not have things working in her favour right now. I'm pretty badly bloodied, especially my second line. I'm just having it I'm having my healthier units of spears lead the way, but I know that the burden is really going to be shouldered by my archers here, as we're getting bolt throwers coming clashing in, or well, heavy bolts coming clashing right into my spearmen. Again, over on the other side, I've got my Illyrian Reavers Vanguard deployed, hoping to just break down that gate, but if nothing else, just hold the attention of some of the forces over there. I'm actually hiding my Dryads for this battle. I don't want to get them involved unless I absolutely have to, because they are well, quite nicely experienced, so I'm not wanting to lose them. Let's go into cinematic mode for a change. How about cinematic mode and then... Oh no, we can't do that, of course. Bursting out some heals onto my front line, just trying to make up for these two towers that are throwing bolts down onto me. Those little shield, well, those very nice shields, arguably, are not going to do enough up against those bolts, of course. But the tree men are charging on in again, once again, to just try and smash down that gate. But now that we are in archer range, I'm just forming up my boys and girls, of course, and rattling shots down into the shielded dark shards. Once again, that shield is not enough to keep them safe from all of this fire. They're getting a lot of defense from the gatehouse itself, but we are taking them out. I really probably should have dealt with this unit of death hags. I think I do change my focus. Nope, not yet anyway. But little by little, we are cleansing this wall. And the hope is to just clear the wall off before my spearmen are even on it. So the spearmen can, you know, they're more of just there as a mop-up force rather than an actual fighting force. They've got some of their repeating crossbowmen waiting back. My men are all clustered up together. This is really the scariest moment of a siege, when your men are all clustered at the base of a ladder. Really risking some friendly fire there, actually. Yes, I unfortunately just hit that man in the back and he's dead. That's terrible. Yeah, I'll need to watch out for that in the future. Over here, another fresh unit. Sort of healing up. Well, getting up and organising themselves. I don't really want to come charging on in. I like that. I like the way they sort of climb up, point their spear forward, and then drop it, and then sort of drop it through their hand like that. That's nice. For being such a, you know, a basic unit as the Elven Spearmen are, they really are, you know, they give the feeling of being a very sort of exceptional unit. They're one of these sort of tier 1 units that that you can effectively be using throughout the entire game, just because they do what they may not be able to do very much, but what they do very, very well, and they do it for a very efficient price. Down on the bottom here, the Death Hag herself is standing by, but I've just burst open the gate with my Treekin, and they are focused on her. She's falling back. Some Dark Shards standing by, trying to volley fire up onto the walls. Definitely not what I want, but I'm shooting up and over at them. Oh, that was some screeching. I don't know what that was coming from. But no, there was some quick yell there. Chasing down some Black Ark Corsairs. And some of these Dark Riders have actually come forward to greet us. Using cavalry inside of a fort is very tricky in every Total War, really. So it's not something that they're able to really achieve too well, especially when I've got so many spearmen in my army. The Everqueen herself has just graced us with her presence, and she's going to be trying to heal up some of these Treekin, buff the Treekin to make sure that they can wipe out this Death Hag quite nice and safely, while she leads the charge to chase away these Dark Shards. We don't want them firing into our Treekin again. She is by herself, but worst case scenario, I can start bumping out the Phas protection on her, and she should be able to look after herself for a while, especially up against units like this. So she is actually able to make a charge and immediately launch herself inside and start knocking some of these Dark Elves around. Leading the charge with my infantry. Oh yes, there's some archers actually that are pushing this position forward. Now, once again, really, when I'm taking these positions, I just want to launch myself into the center as quickly as possible. Just take the fortress, and this is really probably where I should have grabbed my archers and just unloaded on them, especially considering there's some Dark Riders coming forward. But this was just a mistake on my part. I believe that these were spearmen. But no, I'm taking... Oh god, that's a brutal charge against my poor archers. These guys they're not even the armored archers. But they're backed up by so many spearmen that this shouldn't be too much of an issue. More spearmen coming forward now to block in their backs. But not lots of the buildings coming crashing down as people run through them. I don't even think my poor horsemen have broken through that gate. But no, that is the end of that battle, and the Shrine of Khaine is ours. Got a little bit chaotic toward the end there with my archers leading the final push to the ending point. That was not quite what I wanted, but no, that is the Shrine of Khaine secured for us, and the Dark Elves are almost entirely kicked off Ulthuan. Managed to get a dragon horn. That's quite nice. But yes, now that we have the Shrine of Khaine, now this is the thing. Do I build the shrine? I just don't think that... No, I really don't think I would. You know, I'm not saying that I never will. If this campaign pushes us to the point where that is an option. The issue is that since the Shrine of Khaine is in the north of Ulthuan, that will be the first place to be lost to Chaos. So I don't see us doing that. And as I say, that just frees up a possible building slot. Post-battle loot faction-wide is not really something I'm not needing that too much, and recruit rank would be lovely, but no, it's the Untainted 2 would be pleasant up here, but I need to do a bit more lore searching and try to actually think about what would happen in this case, but for the time being, we're not going to be building it there. What I think we will probably end up doing here is building an Elven Embassy, and do we want to do Elven Craftsmen, or do we want to just get an Elven Gardens right now, just to... We would never be able to upgrade it to an Elven Court, of course, which that's always what you want from a building. You want to get it to the top level. But for now, actually, no. Just to make things nice and simple, let's get a farm there, just to start boosting up the growth. I might end up using this as a grove here, but no. Maybe not. And... Oh gosh, building a Temple of Asuryan at the Shrine of Khaine would maybe be a bit of an insult. I can see a Handmaiden's Gallery going here though. That could be something we do. But of course not right now. We need to level up to that point. And let's get an Elven Garden here. I'm not saying that we'll keep an Elven Garden there, but let's get one there for now until we pump out a noble with that. The rally fields have been demolished, which is good. So we can think about what we want to put there. Do we want to get some animals? I think so right now. Again, we could do another Elven Gardens, and we could definitely max level that. But let's pump out some exotic animals right now. Evershale has... Oh, no, it's not yet. No, it's not yet reached level 3. It's going to be my main trade hub, so I like the idea of having an Elven Embassy there. So I'm probably just going to save that because it's going to have an Elven Embassy and a Handmaiden Gallery. So I'm not gonna fill that up right now. And apart from that, there's no point in having her leave there right now. Let's just spend those skill points, and then we have the long march down that way. She's got a relic sword. To be honest, I might get rid of that from her and give that to the Handmaiden for the time being, because the Handmaiden's more likely to be yeeting herself into melee. Give her something fancy, or somewhat fancy, yeah. I think that's enough spells for the time being. Isha's Blessing, I'm probably going to grab that right now. That's, of course, the only one that she can get, and that's definitely the one that I would be giving the Ever Queen anyway. I don't see any reason that she wouldn't take Isha's blessing over one of the other blessings. And let's grab Valor of Ages Mark II for you. Ward of Hoeth, bit of magical resistance. Ward of Loic, no, let's go for the Valor of Ages. As I say, we're saving up for, well, when she gets the level 12 and she gets the Diplomat off the Ever Queen, I want to be powering my way through that. So I might actually, maybe when she hits level 10, I'll stop just so that I can grab that immediately and grab, say, Forthcoming and Tactful and just power my way across that, because she is very much a background handmaiden working behind the scenes. And I think there's nobody else that I can trade with at this time. I'd love to chat to the Bretonians at some point. I do actually, I know you. I know you exist. Why can I not trade with you? Hey, Bordelot. Alright. Maybe I don't officially know that he exists. That's interesting. Yeah, it's kind of strange that I can see them, but I don't know that they exist just yet. Oh, well, I'll march somebody over there at some point and get to know them. But for now, ending turn. So we're going to be approaching the point rapidly where I'm actually going to start powering through turns. These first few, these first sort of 10, even sort of 20 turns, I knew would be pretty intense as I'm just trying to speed up, get Nagarythe, a lot of battles, and going through the turns really quite slowly, really maximizing what we're doing. But I think we are going to get to the point quite quickly where I will need to start just going through turns. And let's power you onto March, and yeah, just make your way down, because I do not want Tor Darnell to get taken by somebody else. Yeah, Shrine of Khaine. One of the main reasons that I'd love to build the Shrine of Khaine at the Shrine of Khaine is to keep it better defended. Let's get a haven there built. Anything back here? No, Evershield still needs some time. Money is going to be a big issue in this campaign for sure. Luckily, we are high elves, so money is just something that we make money. That's what we do. And especially once we start to discover the world and we start to trade with people, that will become a lot easier for us. But we are going to be relying on taxes tremendously to get money. But oh god, Calidor! What the hell happened to Calidor? Calidor didn't get. Oh, sorry, I'm banging my desk a lot right now, which doesn't sound nice on the mic. Oh god, you are gonna. Oh, this is a bloody blood oath right now, my friends. So I have failed. Unfortunately, we have lost one of our high elves. Calidor has fallen. So yeah, that's not good. We're gonna have to punish them immediately. So that's, I already sort of knew where I was wanting to go with this, but after I'd finished the followers of Khaine, or the worshippers of Khaine, but no, now I definitely need to go and do that. So finish off that militia training. Am I? Yeah. Ooh, nah. Let's just do that. March right up there. Tressa, the wizard of some sort, the supreme sorceress of dark magic. Tor Darnell have some defenders. Do they have another thing to help them? No, it's all just the basic defenders. They are recruiting though, so that's gonna be more just, but it'll most likely just be pleb tiers. Let's upgrade you, get a little bit more trade. Oh, that's such a shame. So what I'm probably going to do here is take Torsethi and take Val's Anvil and then give it to Lothern. Because as I say, this is kind of, I'm not wanting to take too much territory. The only territory I would really consider holding would be stuff inside of this ring and of course Nagarythe. And I would actually give up Nagarythe to Ulthuan if he was being pushed out. Oh, he's over here. Can we chat to you yet? No, we can't. Damn it. Hopefully I'll discover him on my way down. But yeah, so with Calidor, the region, I'm going to be giving that to Lothern. Just should make him quite powerful, should make him like me. And non-aggression pact, do you want that now? Anything? I can't really give you money for it. Join war against... no. Sorry, dude. Yeah, no. I'm not going to pay you to do that. I don't need your help with that. Sorry, Tyrion. I think my relationship with Tyrion is actually going down. That's not good. I definitely don't want to do I don't want to fight Tyrion. That would be very upsetting for me. So let's just do one more jump here. We can we? Come on. Nah, man. Oh, it's so close, but no, we can't. But yeah, so that should hopefully kind of skyrocket Ulthuan into quite a position of power.
Faithful servant of Ulthuan.
What do you want, my friend?
What brings you here?
Defensive alliance? I'm sorry. No, I'd love to, but I just can't. Not until... Because the only people that I'd really hate to fight are Ulthuan, as I say, because I don't want to wipe Tyrion out of the game. And I really want to build a very close tie to Tyrion. So if somebody ends up aligning themselves with Tyrion, then I will get a defensive alliance with them. So did you recruit? Oh, you were recruiting, but you've not actually got any additional units there. So let's handle this first. See what they've got here. Actually, I'll just do an auto battle here.
Sound the horn of Isha.
Fingers crossed we don't lose the sisters or
This world needs
any
us.
of the tree people, or of course. Actually, let's do a quick save. Just, you know, as I say, sometimes the auto battles are just dumb. It wasn't dumb there though. That was nice. Good stuff. Yeah, wow. Yeah, so that's better than I could have really done. Actually, I don't know. It's probably better than I could have done. So we have Tordarnal, we have wiped out the Scourge of Khaine, and we have secured Nagarythe. So let's upgrade Tordarnal. They've got this right now. I'm not going to delete that right now, but I'm actually no. I'll leave that there because yeah, that's just a level 3. It's just a smaller province, minor province, should I say? So good. Do I have enough money to do this? So I want an elven embassy. More importantly, though, I want the handmaidens' quarters, which live here. So, let's get rid of this for now. Get handmaidens, and that's not a lot of money. So let's not upgrade Tordarnal right now. We need even more money. I don't think anybody will give us money right now. And I don't really want to stop anything else building. That's already been building. So let's hold fire for the time being. Now the question is, do we march down with the army that we have, or do we want to sort out another army and then come down? I think we're probably going to sort out another army, because that just means that we can come down this way through their territory, which we definitely have a military access through. See, they would join our confederation, but that's not... I just don't really want to do that. As I say, that's not the aim of this campaign. They would be the only people. It would be them and possibly Hoeth or Sir Safari that I would consider, because that would be the inner circle is mine. I'll ponder it, but I don't know. But I don't want to really have. If I was to confederate them, I would want to give away Nagarythe. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see, can we... No, we just can't. Just leave them there for this turn. But I'm going to merge together these spearmen, because I only really want to have 3 spearmen. So we'll get rid of you. Get rid of these 2 archers. Actually, how long is that going to take to build? 3 turns. Yeah, get rid of these 2 archers. We're going to be replacing them with Sisters of Avelorn. And leave the cav for now, leave the treekin, of course, and that will be fine. Got some levels up to dish out. So getting rid of that as well is going to get me a little bit more money for the time being. Let's get Inspiring Presence. Start making our way down that. Get a little bit more diverse in our skills. And then, what do we want from you? Let's probably get you the speed of Asuryan. There you go, a little bit quicker. Oh, commandments, of course. I think I probably want rebuild Lost Splendor. Get a bit more growth here. People are not super happy, which is not good. I definitely want to help with that before our rebellion starts. But we have quite a few turns before that would be an issue. And this, yeah, the Everqueen's not... She's only really providing +2 benefit to that. So when she leaves, it won't really cause that much concern. I know we could upgrade a province, but we just don't want to right now. And that'll be another ending turn. I actually forgot, when did I start this recording? Oh, crumbs. Because as I say, I like to do these about an hour long.
Find a warm welcome in my court.
Well, let's, we're just going to be powering on. So what I'll just do is just keep moving until, it's about 5 now, so I think I did start about 4. We'll power on for a little bit longer, but if this ends now, then, you know, I've split this into 2 episodes. A military alliance? No, definitely not a military alliance, friends. That's not something. Defensive alliance, I'd maybe roll with, but no, not a military alliance. But yeah, I'm debating that right now. Actually, yeah, that's probably a good thing. I'll probably cut off this episode now, and we will think about confederating, and I will also maybe do a quick bit of research into how the Everqueen views Khaine, and see whether or not I should build that or not. Ah, good. Ah, nice. That changed quite a lot, so I'm more than happy to leave that on -1. That's going to take a very long time to finally rebel away from me. I'd love to upgrade some of these, but I think I want a port. Yeah, I think I want a port. Actually, I think I want to save money right now just to build her army the way I want it. Settlement upgrades, yes, and good. So we'll save it into a point where I'm happy to end my turn. So yeah, thank you guys, and one last thing, mic quality is hopefully better this time around. If it's not, crumbs, I will continue to try and work on it, but hopefully it's a hell of a lot better than the last time. So right, thank you guys very much. See you later.